Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this really cute Valentine's Day topiary decoration type thing using items from the Dollar Tree. So stay tuned and I will show you how to make it. All right, y'all, let us get started. So first off, what you're going to need: clay pots. However many of these that you're going to make, that's how many clay pots that you're going to need, of course. Now, my Dollar Tree usually only carries the 3-pack of the smaller ones, but this year they do have the bigger pots. These are, zoom in here, 3.5 inches in diameter, and they come in a 2-pack. You're also going to need this little thingy-mabob right here. Oh, for heaven's sake. This little thing right here, these hearts. You're going to need that. Also from the Dollar Tree, a package of this floral moss. How much moss are you going to need? That depends on how many you're going to make. If you're going to make one, then 1 bag is plenty. I'm sure you could probably get 2 or 3 out of this bag. We're going to see here in a little bit. Okay, for inside of the pot, you're going to need a piece of floral foam. Now, my store was out of the bigger pieces that you could just cut it. You see that? It's sneaking up on me. My store was out of the big blocks that you could just cut into smaller pieces, but they did have these. These are not the most cost-effective little things, but, you know, I'm trying to keep this Dollar Tree related. So you're going to need some foam. You're also going to need something to stick in there to hold up your heart. Now, you can use a dowel rod if you want to, but I wanted to use something that had a little bit more of a festive look to it, and I found these paper Valentine's Day straws at Walmart. You're also going to need some acrylic paint. I'm going to use white paintbrush, some hot glue sticks, and a glue gun. If you'll look in the description box down below, I will post a link to my Amazon shop where I get my favorite glue gun. I'll also, I can't even talk today. I'll also pin a comment. You're also going to need some ribbon. This came from the Dollar Tree, and I believe this is wire edged ribbon. Actually, I don't know. It looks like wire edge. I don't know. It may not be. I don't know. It looks like it is. So we'll see. But first off, what you're going to do is you're going to paint your little pots here. Like I said, I'm just going to use white acrylic paint, and I have a really soft paintbrush here. I'm out of white spray paint, or I would use that because y'all know how much I love my spray paint. But anyway, just paint that. And then while the paint is drying, what we're going to do is let's start to assemble one of these little hearts. Would you? Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. So these are just stuck together with some paper-looking tape and some ribbon. And I'm not even going to bother sending off this glitter. Why? Because you're not going to see it. All right, let's get this out of the way. All right, so first off, I think what I want to do is go ahead and figure out how to open this. Now, we're going to, oh, Lord have mercy. Usually I have everything open. I'm unprepared. I'm a terrible person. Okay, I think I'm going to use this one with the hearts on it. Maybe. I don't know. Or the striped one. You know what? Let's just use the striped one. And I'll probably make a few of these and use one of those anyway, but, you know. Okay, so first off, what I'm going to do is I want this to be the front, and I want to have this to be the back. Why? Because if I don't get my moss put on there densely enough, you don't have to run the risk of worrying about if you're going to be seeing any of the glitter poking through on the other side. And if you want to, you could put a coat of paint on the glittery side. I myself am not worrying about it. All right, let that glue set up. Now what we're going to do is let's go ahead and work on this side with this moss. Now, if you've used this moss from the Dollar Tree before, you know that it can kind of fly around everywhere. If that is a problem for you, what you can do is take this, put it in a big bowl, and then just take a spray bottle, lightly mist it with water, pull it apart, lightly mist it again, pull it apart, and that helps to cut down on what I would call like the little fuzzies and flyaways. Like I said, if this is bothersome to you. All right, so I'm just going to separate it a little bit here. They do have different kinds of moss. They do have that reindeer moss that's kind of, I don't know how to explain it, like kind of squishy. This is just regular floral moss. It's a little bit more on the dry side. And now all I'm doing is I'm just going to hot glue this moss all over this heart. Don't worry about too much if the moss sticks out and it seems like you're losing your heart shape. Because what we're going to do here in a little bit, once we get all this moss stuck on, is go back with a pair of scissors and just trim it away, okay? So don't worry about it. All right. Put some there. I think I need another glue stick here in a second. And just fill it in with some of this. All right, so I'm going to work on this. And then we'll let that paint dry on my pot. Once I get this stuck on there, yes, I got to go back and paint that. And then we'll come back and we will start to assemble. Okay, so my little pot planter, whatever you want to call it here, I put on 2 coats of acrylic paint. And then I took one of these pieces of foam and I just whacked the bejesus out of it with a knife and stuck it down in there. So now what we are going to do is I opened up this ribbon, and no, this ribbon is not wire edged. It just looked like it was. So that's a good thing. I think it's going to be a little bit easier to work with now that I see that it's not got a wire on it. All right, so now I want to take some of that ribbon and I'm going to just put a little bit of it right around the edge of the top here, just to give it a little bit of something, something. Y'all know I do that quite often. I'm reaching for a glue stick over here. I didn't realize my glue stick was as far down as it was. Okay, so now I'm just wrapping this around. Let's see. I'm getting there. Okay. Here we are. Just putting a blob of glue right there. Ooh, you hear that wind? We are, well, I believe it was last night, the night before, we were under a tornado watch, and the wind today is absolutely terrible. I mean, I'm hearing tree branches outside banging up against the side of the house, which is why when I realized I was out of spray paint, I didn't want to run out and get any, because I don't want to deal with this wind. Excuse me. Okay, so that's going to be the back. I just wrapped that around. And I wanted a little bit of something here because I don't like, I don't know, this is just me. I don't like voids, blank areas. I don't like that. So I got these wooden stickers. These are from Dollar Tree. And here's a small one right here that I think would be cute. Yeah, just right there in the center. All right, so that's the back. And let me see if I should take this off. No, that's pretty well stuck on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue here. Like that. Let me get the cord to my foam over here off to the side. All right, let's see. Yeah, that was the back. So let's put this right here on the very front. That's cute. All right, well, that spruced it up a little bit, didn't it? All right, let's hold that in place just for a second. Make sure it's stuck down. Okay, now here is our little, oh Lord, I'm running out of space, little topiary part. Now I have all of the moss glued on, and I just took the scissors and trimmed away all of the excess. Now be very careful when you do that, you know, so that you don't gouge it, you know, and cut your form or anything. But if you place your scissors just up against it very gently, you can feel it hit the heart that you're using for the base. So now what I'm going to do is just take this, because this is a straw, and I think if you try to push it down through that styrofoam, it's not going to work too well for you. So I have a paintbrush over here. Let me see if I can get this kind of down in the center here. There we go. Stick that back in my piece of foam. And now I'm just going to put some hot glue down in there. And then we're going to stick the straw. You can hear it sizzling as it hits the styrofoam. All right. Just hold that in place, and I'm going to put a little bit more hot glue there just to hold it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take more of this moss, and I'm going to glue it down right here just to cover this top. And what I'm thinking I want to do is, you know, those little hearts that you use, they're table scatter, the little plastic table scatter hearts from Dollar Tree. I may put just a few of those around there. And I also want to put something in the center of this heart up here, so you know it's not so plain looking. And I'm looking at this bigger heart right here. And I think that would be cute if I put that just right in the center, you know, to give it a little bit of color so there's not so much, you know, like just blank greenery up there. But I'm going to hold this in place to let that glue set up. I'm going to get the glue strings and paint off of my hands. I'm going to glue some more of that moss down. Let's get some right here. And all I'm going to do is just put hot glue here. And then we're just going to pack it around like that. I don't want too much of it sticking out over the top of the pot. If it does, you can just take your scissors and go back and just trim it all away. All right, I'll work on this and I'll be right back. Okay, this is what I have so far. Now down here, I did take this ribbon and I tied a bow and glued it right there. And then I took the big heart and glued it right here in the center of this. Now this is the table scatter, like these little, I'm wiping them off here. Some of them have got like little, they're not exactly scuff marks, but I guess they're like, you know, just marks banging up against each other, you know, during production or whatever. So I'm trying to cover those up. These, I just want a few of these, like just stuck down in the greenery right there. You know, like, I guess like these were blossoms or something on the little heart tree and they fell down. I don't know. Just look at it however you want to look at it. And all I'm doing, I'm just taking another blob of hot glue. I'm just kind of sticking it down just to hold them in place. I'm going to do 3 because, you know, things, in my opinion, always look better in odd numbers when you're making groupings. There we go. Okay. So now I glued those down and this is what we have. I'm going to trim this off right here. Why are you sticking out? You're making me look bad. Okay. So anyway, there we go. There is our little heart tree. And I think it came out pretty well. I'm very happy with how it looks, except for this guy right here. There you go. All right. Very happy with my little, whatever you want to call it, Valentine, Topiary Valentine tree. It's cute, whatever it is. Anyway, if you would, please give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye.